So right now we're getting ready to make some breakfast. We're going to be training, I'm thinking arms for you guys today. Now, Thursday and Fridays are kind of in the air, whether I train arms or shoulders. And you guys haven't seen an arm day in a while. So we'll show you arms today. But before that, we're going to go ahead and eat some breakfast. My breakfast while I'm bulking usually consists of a bunch of whole eggs. So we'll do like 6 whole eggs. We'll also do some low carb French toast, or not low carb French toast, low carb toast. Even when I'm bulking, I tend to like having low carb options or low calorie options just because I'm not in like a crazy surplus. So even if I am in a slight surplus, that's still not like a bunch of food. So I do like to still go with lower calorie options so I can get more food for the calories, if that makes sense. And that goes for cutting as well. You want to use those lower calorie options so that you can get the most food out of the calorie range that you have. So low carbs, low calorie, low fat sort of options. So low carb bread, low fat dairy products, a lot of low sugar, no added sugar options as well. But the overarching idea is keep the calories low so that you can eat more. Now, one thing on this bulk that I'm doing, which I actually didn't do in my last bulk for a while, was introducing carbs. So I've been introducing more carbs into my diet. On my last bulk, I actually kind of just transitioned my cut into the bulk. So usually on my cut, I do lower carbs. And when I went into my bulk last year, I kind of just kept the carbs still low. Basically did like a carnivore bulk for a good majority of that bulk. A lot of red meat. I only did carbs basically before the workout. So I would do like fruit and honey. And I saw some good results, but this time around I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it serious. So I've been throwing in things like rice, lots of honey, fruit. Those are kind of like my only 3 things that I'm eating carb wise, but more carbs than last time. So what is super cool about living basically in the middle of nowhere is my parents have chickens and we get an unlimited amount of chickens. And typically when I'm home from college, it's only the 3 of us. My brother lives somewhere else, so 3 of us for 12 chickens. We stock up, that's for sure. So when I come home, free game on the eggs. And I always tell people eggs are also like super cheap. Most of your diet should be filled with eggs, red meat, milk, a lot of that animal based style stuff, and then whatever carbs you want to throw in, whether it's rice or potatoes, it doesn't really matter, but that's kind of like your foundation. And then if you're eating more animal based style, you really don't have to worry about your fat because you get a lot of good fat from the red meat, the dairy products, things like that. So those are kind of like the core foundation. And then if you want to throw in the other options like the low carb breads or all the other diet food, those are kind of the additives that you can help take that diet to like a more functional diet, if that makes sense. More of that American style diet with bread, with whatever other options you want to throw in. Now, you might be thinking, well, this isn't much of a vlog because you're only really talking just a little and then showing the workout. Well, I understand that for the most part, right? It's going to be just kind of showing you guys my workouts for the day, showing you a little before and after, or sharing a message with you guys. But you know, there's also going to be other days where I do vlog more. You know, I do like a whole day vlog, or I take you guys on a hunt, or I take you to just kind of throughout my day. And it's more of a everyday sort of video style. So I guess you would still consider a vlog, even though I'm not taking you through every step of my day, you know, kind of just showing you the diet, showing you the workout, and then whatever else we want to throw in. But that's kind of the foundation, is just working out. If you've watched my other videos, you'll see this is how I cook. Oh, this is how I cook my over easy eggs. I just make them all in one big batch. And then the key, right, once they're kind of cooked on the bottom, but kind of liquidy on top, you throw a little water in there while it's still hot, right? So that's going to start to steam them. And then that steam we want to trap in there. So we're going to take our plate, or you can take the pan or the cover for the pan and cover it. So I'm going to take my plate and cover it up. And what we're basically doing is the bottom's cooked already, but we're steaming the top. So we don't have to flip it or anything. You can flip it, but then you run the risk of breaking the egg yolk. All right, so now what we're going to do, take a little towel to grab the plate, flip it over. Be careful not to get any like boiling water on yourself, obviously. Oh! Almost lost those eggs. But eggs are done. All right, so that's the finished breakfast. We're gonna go ahead and slam this, do a couple filming stuff. We gotta film some Bible verses, gotta film some other motorcycle content, and then we're gonna go work out. So we'll see you in the gym. Here's a motivating Bible verse for your workout, whatever else you may be going through. This on here. All right, what is going on, people? We are now driving to Columbus. I live about an hour south of Columbus, but I go into Columbus a lot because my fiance lives there. So going into Columbus, that's where we're gonna hit our arms. And then I am currently, but I'm currently eating this kind of yogurt parfait sort of deal that I made. Fat-free Greek yogurt. We have 0 sugar added cherry pie topping, which is a hack if you've never tried that. And then we also have 19 grams of honey because pre-workout. I usually don't like to have like heavy carbs before my workouts or in the morning, so honey's kind of a good way for me to squeeze in some carbs before I go work out. We got the honey in there, and then we also have a little bit of cereal, a little bit of Frosted Flakes on top of there. I think we did like 10 grams of Frosted Flakes. So got a bunch of protein, bunch of simple sugars in there. We'll muck this down. We got about an hour drive, and then we'll get into the gimnasio. Also, when we get about 30 minutes out from the gym, we're gonna start sipping on this, which is water, pre-workout, and also Pump Surge from legionathletics.com, code Riley, for some of the best supplements. I really don't use too many supplements, pretty simple, but because I have a sponsor with Legion, I've started to find some really good stuff. The Pump Surge is amazing, helps give crazy pumps, especially when you're on that cut. Being able to get a pump still is crucial. And also some of their pre-workouts and fat burners are amazing. So go ahead and check them out. We're also gonna drink this Monster. Well, no, we're actually not even thinking of that. I have the pre-workout, so I'm not gonna drink this Monster. I don't know why I brought both, but yeah, I don't wanna do that. I'll die. All right, so we're actually in a little bit of a time crunch, but here's a little rundown of the workout. We're starting out with tricep cable crossovers or some sort of crossover or extension, single arm extension that we can really lock here and then squeeze back. So we're gonna be doing those, supersetting with these, the dip machine for 4 sets. I like to do that squeezing tricep movement first, just because at the end of the workout, squeezing for the triceps begins to be kind of difficult. Then we'll move on to an overhead dumbbell for 4 sets, supersetting that with skull crushers for 4 sets. After that, we'll move on to biceps. We'll do preacher curls for 5 sets, supersetting that with sitting dumbbell curls for 5 sets. Then we're gonna wrap up the workout with 3 sets of hammer curls, supersetted with 3 sets of reverse curls, leaning forward on an incline bench. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Now on these, what we're trying to focus on is kind of like an initial squeeze down here in front of us, and then any way we can kind of move around to really almost get a squeeze back as well. Because that long head comes up into your shoulder, so it's not only going here, but its full contraction is actually when it comes past your hip plane and comes back behind you. So any movement that you can kind of configure to get that hard lockout behind yourself. So, you kind of have to fluctuate where you're standing so that the squeeze down feels good, but also the squeeze back.
I gotta go to dinner and stuff, but I can come over after that. All right. All right, cool. Hey. Come on. Alrighty, so a little bit of a change of plans. Still doing the seated incline curls, except the preacher curl machine was taken up when I moved on. So now we're just doing chest supported bar curls to kind of mimic that contraction at the top like you'd get on a preacher curl. And then after this, we're not going to do hammers, we'll just do reverse. My arms are so pumped I can't even flex my triceps. All right, you guys. So that's gonna be today's lift. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm kind of rushing on out of here, but crazy, crazy arm pump. My biceps actually feel really fatigued, which is good. I think that's what's good about rushing your workout is it kind of just speeds things up and makes the muscle group get even more pumped. Sometimes that time crunch is kind of good, but even the shoulders are freaking pumped. Anyway, remember guys, all the links down below for the community, for Synchronist, and also for all the other links, you know what I'm talking about. So remember, love God, lift weights, and live life. See you next time.